To the industrial estate.
It was directly behind you.
Do you know what type of car it was?
It was dark, maybe black, a big car.
A big car. Did you get its registration number, the numbers?
At first, I didn't take any notice, but it kept on doing it. I started to worry there was a problem, maybe, with the tires. I slowed down to pull over, and it went into me.
And what happened?
I went to get out, but the other car, the one that went into me, overtook and pulled off. I got back in my car and followed him. I thought maybe he's trying to get away, but then he pulled over too. I checked with Tom to make sure he's okay, and then I got out to look at the damage.
Where was the other driver?
He was in his car. It's only when I approached that he got out.
Did you get a good look at him then?
No. He grabbed hold of me, pushed me up against his car so that I was facing away from him.
Clara, look, I'm sorry, but this is really important. Can you describe him in any way?
He was white, 30s, 40s. That's all I can tell you.
Did he say anything to you?
Swearing at me that it was my fault.
The accident?
He was talking about people.
What do you mean?
Names I'd never heard of. He was talking very quickly, angry. It was making no sense. Then he threw me on the ground.
So he was attacking you while he was saying these things?
He slammed my head against the car.
Do you think that Tom could hear this?
Tom started calling out to me, and that's when it stopped. When he heard Tom.
So he didn't realize there was a child in the back of the car?
Okay, so what happened then?
I don't know. I must have passed out.
You said that he was talking about different people. Can you remember any of the names that he said? Earlier today, Tom said that you had a different name. Is it possible that this man was calling you by a different name?
All I know is that the accident wasn't my fault. For some reason, he crashed into me on purpose.
It wasn't random and it wasn't road rage. The car tailed her and deliberately went in the back of her. And we've got this car hanging around outside the block of flats.
Have we got anything on Clara?
Well, she's got no criminal record here or in Poland. She's clean.
So your theory that the driver mistook Clara for Julia Bickham is looking most likely, isn't it?
If Julia Bickham was the target, Jared Miles wasn't the assailant. There's no connection between them.
I've just been speaking to a Dr. Edgar Bishop. He's Jared's old psychiatrist. Got his number from his patient officer.
Why? I've just told you. I've checked it with Julia already.
Well, it turns out, boss, that Julia Bickham was on rotation at the same hospital when Jared was under this psychiatrist. And I thought maybe they bumped into each other.
That's a good bit of digging, Charlie.
Yeah, it is. But Julia's saying it's not the case. So.
Maybe you should have another chat with her, boss.
I think you should have another chat with Jared.
Well, I would, but I've got to find him first.
How do you mean?
Well, we released him an hour ago at D.I. Mance's request. About an hour and a half ago. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I'll get back to you.
Okay,
Jared's not at the bail hostel.
Spoken to Mike, his probation officer. Jared's called him a few times. He's agreed to meet him at the Millennium Bridge. Apparently he's in a right state.
Right, get down there. Neil, you need to get on the case with Julia Bickham.
Sir.
Hi, I'm Harry. Julia said you wanted to speak to me.
Grace Street.
Detective Inspector Manson.
Sounds important.
It is.
Right, come in. Sit down. I was just getting a juice. Do you want anything?
No, we're fine, thanks. So you and Julia live here, right?
Yeah. She moved in about 9 months ago.
Bit of a whirlwind romance, eh?
I suppose so.
It's your flat.
This is stunning.
Oh, thank you.
Bit weird. I always think wooden floors in a flat downstairs must hear every move you make.
They haven't said anything.
What do you do, Harry?
I work for a charity. No, I used to work in the city. I got out just before it all went pear-shaped. So, what do you want to ask me?
Julia, I want to talk to.
While we're waiting for Julia, we could get Harry's statement, couldn't we?
Yeah?
Jared not show then?
He was here, but he legged it.
You get a chance to talk to him?
Keeps referring to an incident.
What, assault? Car accident?
Something to do with a child.
A boy?
Well, what's he saying?
Well, he seems to have had an argument with someone about the child.
We didn't mention Thomas Sands in the interview, did we?
Who's Thomas Sands?
Boy in the car this morning.
What happened to your face? Jared whack you?
He was frightened.
So much for him being non-violent then, eh?
I noticed a car about 2 weeks ago.
Thought you said you saw it over the last few days.
No, I did. I'm talking about the first time.
So it's been there all the while.
And something about the car caught your attention.
Well, it's parked on the double yellows, right just outside the gate, both times. And when I cycled past it on my way out again, the driver saw me look in his direction, and he seemed to turn his face away.
Were you on your bike the first time you went in?
No, I was driving Julia's car.
Did you note down the registration number?
No, I should have thought of that.
Do you drive Julia's car a lot?
Well, a few times a week.
But you've never seen this other car following you?
Not that I'm aware.
Hi.
Why should I be? You don't think this is about us, do you?
Can I just point out that Harry's a little paranoid when it comes to this sort of thing?
Things like what?
Spotting people acting suspiciously, security. If this place ever caught fire, we'd burn in our beds.
Excuse me.
Every window's got about 4 locks on it.
Need to speak to you, Julia.
Okay.
I'll just grab a quick shower.
Jared Miles. You said you didn't know him.
Because I don't.
He was a patient on the psychiatric unit you worked in 4 years ago.
He's not violent.
So you do know him.
No. I looked up his records. He was treated for depression and self-harm, and if you start hounding him...
That's what I do, isn't it? I go after the vulnerable, the mentally ill, and I hound them to death.
What's going on here, Neil?
Sorry?
Because if this is you trying to assuage your guilt for Michael Sims,
It's nothing to do with Michael Sims.
hasn't it? You tell me Jared Miles is out to get me. You keep pursuing it, even when I tell you it doesn't make sense. It feels like you're trying to save me from some non-existent threat, like you're trying to make reparations for what happened before.
You see, that right there is why I would never go to a shrink.
Maybe you should think about it.
I'm investigating an assault, Julia. I'm working on a case.
Well, I would appreciate it if you didn't involve me.
It's not a matter...
Sorry. That was the governor on the phone. We need to get back to the office.
Right.
It was very nice to meet you.
Oh, and you.
Thank you.
By the way, mate, I know what you did for Julia. You know, the incident with her patient. You saved her life.
I didn't save anyone's life. She was never in any danger. What did the super want?
Jared Miles told his probation officer that he had contact with the little boy, Thomas Sands, this morning.
Have we found Jared?
No.
And he admitted it to his probation officer.
So what did Jared have to say?
He said he was anxious about a child.
Which could be Thomas. But that doesn't mean to say he attacked Clara. I mean, she could have been beaten before he arrived there.
Well, he also